Democratic New Jersey Congressman Bill Pascrell joins me now for the very latest on all of this. Thank you for being here this morning, sir.
Mara, how are you today?
I'm good, thanks. Now, depending on how long it takes the Senate to vote on a revised bill, the House could be left with very little time to resolve this issue before the looming October 1st deadline. Do you think that you and your colleagues will be able to work through this in time, or do you think we'll see a government shutdown?
Well, let's see what comes back from the Senate. I think Senator Reid has made it very clear to everyone on all sides of the aisle what he intends to do. Democrats in the Senate are not going to give them 60 votes, I can tell you that. So here we are. We will go back in session on Wednesday, and we will wait to see what the Senate sends back to us, and then we will act accordingly. And, of course, we have to face the debt ceiling, which is in front of us. How can we be facing this after what we've seen in 2011? I mean, the debt ceiling was raised 18 times when President Reagan was the president. This is a natural thing regardless of whether you have a Democratic president or Republican president. And we are not going to be held hostage by Mr. Cruz or anybody else. And I think what you're seeing today is a group of right-wingers trying to get rid of Mr. Boehner as a Speaker of the House. Now, let me tell you something. This has nothing to do with politics. This has something to do with people trying to shut the government down, and they're trying to hold both parties hostage, not just Democrats.
Well, let's talk about the debt ceiling quickly. House Republicans are also linking Obamacare to that fight, moving forward with legislation that would delay the health care law's implementation for 1 year. Is there any chance of that succeeding?
No, it's not. And we know that so many more people have been benefiting from the health care change and reform, the Affordable Care Act. And now we're going to go to a new phase on October the 1st when the exchanges will be running and up. They don't want this thing to succeed. And you're absolutely right, Congressman Van Hollen, who you taped before, was on film before, they don't want this to be successful. Yet so many people have been affected. We will move 11 million right off the possibilities of having productive health care if they defunded the whole thing. They tried it 42 times, Mara. They're not going to attempt, they're not going to succeed, and most conscious, most reasonable Republicans in the Senate and the House are telling these characters, but you know what? They've let them get away with murder since 2010, and this is the result of it now. And that is why we're facing brinksmanship. And I'll tell you something else. Secretary Lew made it very, very clear that we're not going to be able to pay our bills. We're relying, don't forget, the government really ran out of money a month ago, 2 months ago. The point of the matter is we're working on the balance sheet now of many of the departments to get us over the top. That's not going to work. And in fact, October the 18th is doomsday. That's the real doomsday when we run out of money altogether. This is ridiculous. This is not the greatest country in the world if we can't face our own bills, if we can't pay them, and move on. We've got job problems. We've got inequality in wealth problems.
Right.
And these are the things we should be addressing.
Okay. New Jersey Congressman Bill Pascrell, thanks so much for joining us this